Thanks to Loot Gaming from Loot Crate. It's a monthly subscription service. The gaming crate right now is $26.95 a month. You get $60 plus of retail value goods in there. Everything's licensed. Most of this is exclusive. You never know what you're going to get because it's a mystery. Check it out at lootcrate.com. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, you guys know Kinesis, right? I mean, they do keyboards that a lot of typists use, hackers, programmers, you know, professionals, that sort of thing. A lot of people use their keyboards because of their ergonomic layouts and because of the way they sort of do this split where they have half the keyboard in the left hand, half the keyboard in the right hand. Well, now they've decided to make a little gaming device. Let's check out what they have here with the Kinesis Freestyle Edge. So you still have everything in two pieces, right? Right now they've got the lift kit on there, which lifts it up really high. The idea here is you've got the gaming keys, the macro keys added over here to the side, but you still have this one's Cherry MX browns, all different Cherry MX, red, brown, blue, whatever. Huge escape key over here, but the idea is that when you're playing games, you can just take this half, set it aside, and then have a nice, comfortable game, environment here. And there's your mouse right there. So nice and convenient, comfortable. As far as the functionality goes, we'll go over to this side to check that out. So you have your layouts and that sort of thing. And one thing that's very interesting about the layouts, there's 4 megabytes of flash here, and you can mount that flash and run the software like from here. You don't actually have to go install anything in Windows. You can if you want to, but you can run the software right here. You can store up to 9 profiles on here, but everything is done right here. You got your layout options. You can change through a few of them right here, but if you want to get to all of them, you can use the, I forgot the name of the key, Smart Set key. This is the whole Smart Set suite of software, but Smart Set key to access more. You can program your macros here just by simply pressing the macro, picking what number you want it to be over here on the other side, and then pressing all your buttons. And then you can change the speed of the macros here in key rollover. So that is an option. You can toggle between it. That's probably a smart way to do it because it'll allow you to make sure it's compatible with all the different UEFIs and BIOSes that are out there. So that's toggle. Game mode just turns off your your Windows button or your start button or your super key depending on what OS you're in. And then from there, there's also a few other things that are pretty cool. So you hit that and then put status, and it actually will print out in a text editor. There you go, just zoom in on that. It basically prints out everything from, it tells you your macro speed, what modes are toggled, it tells you your firmware version, and all that. So they went through these on Kickstarter, got some more pre-orders here, but I want to know what you guys think, like at home. Like, is this something you guys want? I would probably use it flat. This also comes off when you take the lift kit off. How does this pop off?
Just squeeze right in here, and boom.
There we go. So I actually like mine flat like this, but you can use it any way you like. This also just pops off, slides right off. That comes off too. So let me know what you guys think of this. Is this something that you guys want? Do you like the way Kinesis has done this, separating it into 2 halves? Do you want to put your mouse in closer, and do you like the functionality? I personally think it's pretty cool that they've done everything in the keyboard. Instead of forcing you to install everything, you can run it straight from here, and then also allowing you to do all the different toggles, do all the different functions just with keyboard presses. That's pretty cool in my opinion. So let us know what you guys think in the comments, and say hi to Kinesis. We stopped by Asus to see what was new, and this is new. It's a really affordable gaming laptop because it features the GTX 1050. This is the GL503, 15-inch screen right there. And this one also has the latest 7th gen Core i7 processor. Now you can also get this in the 17-inch model, the GL703. And in the American market, they're going to have the GTX 1050. You may be able to see the GTX 1060 somewhere outside of America, but that's what we have right here. Now they've changed the aesthetic a little bit, taking some notes from the big brother with the 1080. You have brushed metal here on the top, and they've sort of toned down the over-the-top, kind of almost goofy gamer, like stuff you see all over the industry, and made it more of a sleek. This is something you could take into a business meeting, and people wouldn't be like, "Wait a minute, are you some kind of gamer?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, it could be business, it could be pleasure, it could be creative, whatever." And it's gonna be powerful enough to do all those things. Also, we got 256 gigabyte SSD, plus a 1 terabyte hard drive in here, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So that's the specs. Let's take one quick look at the Asus ROG Center. There's a button up here dedicated for that. They can be toggled on and off. You can also toggle on and off the Windows Start button. So now, even though this is a GTX 1050 and it's a very thin laptop, you can come in here and change it from standard to extreme, and that will overclock the CPU and the GPU, and it'll show you like all your different cores here, so you can monitor what's going on, monitor your temps, check out your memory frequency. All that stuff is right here. Then we've got fan overboost. You could put it on overboost if you're wearing like headphones and you're gaming, you want better cooling, better performance, put it on overboost. if you're at a library or something, put it on auto or put it on, you know, whatever, and it'll tone it down a little bit. There's all that. You got Sonic Radar. Sonic Radar is basically a program that allows you to almost cheat in games, but really what it does is it's like a visual little radar in the game that tells you what direction the sounds are coming from. It can be especially helpful in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because you never know which direction you're getting shot from. I mean, do you? I don't know. Shortcut to the GeForce experience, and then I'll show you ROG key here. Bring this up, minimized. Now here's the different colors. We don't have a super sophisticated backlighting control, but you have 4 zones here. You can go ahead and keep showing the keyboard here. I'll show them what's going on. You get all zones, or you can do multi-zone. See, there are 4 different zones, and we can change it from different effects like breathing, static, whatever. Just a couple different effects. Pick your zone, pick your color. Let's do that one, yes. Kind of hard to see in here because it's a little bit strange lighting, but that's what you got. So all in all, a sleek laptop, and really this one is geared for affordable, you know, affordability, but still allowing you to game with that GTX 1050 and the i7. There you have it from Asus. All right, Aorus has now released a Thunderbolt gaming box. That's what it's called. It's called the gaming box. And inside there's a 1070. Say they're working on a 1080 version. Now this is for a lot of people who don't have a brand new laptop. I mean, because a lot of times these days you can get like a Aorus or a Gigabyte laptop that already has a 1070 in it or 1080 in it. That's just about, well, almost as fast as the full spec, maybe a little bit lower on the clock, but same specifications. But right here you can have the full implementation, so you won't have to go out and spend all that money upgrading your laptop. Just grab one of these and now you can game on your laptop. So Thunderbolt coming in, and I'll show you the back here. So on the back, they didn't just give you a graphics card, they've also got USB. So you see we have the 3 of the USB 3, and then we have 3.1 right there. So plenty of different options here. And then the card that comes pre-installed, 2 DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort on the back. So you can run that to an external monitor and be a happy person. So there it is, also ventilated nicely on both sides. This should be a nice little unit. Also, the size of this is nice and compact, and they've given us a carrying case. I like the size of this compared to a lot of the other ones on the market. So, cool little gaming box there from Aorus. All right, Logitech, they've got a lot of resources for R&D, and therefore they have some new lightspeed technology enabled. That's their wireless technology that's around 1 millisecond response time, better than most wireless responses, but they've got some new devices. This is the G603 and the G613, mouse and keyboard. First off, let's start with the mouse. They've got the Hero sensor, which is about the accuracy of the 3366 sensor that they had. And this one is way more efficient, meaning that in the gaming mode on the bottom here, it's going to get around 500 hours. That's well over it's probably more than a year for most of you guys playing games. If you put it in, that's with 2 batteries. You can remove the batteries, I'll show you that in a second, but you can also switch it from, like a low to high precision mode. If you're doing like office stuff, you can turn it down and triple your battery life. So there's that. The back here is held on magnetically. It's also really sleek and very smooth. Little magnet on the back, this entire thing comes off. They don't have any other colors yet, but there's nothing stopping them from making some different colors. On the inside here, we see that we have a couple spots for batteries. Now, lithium-ion batteries, this is 89 grams by itself. Lithium-ion batteries are a little, I guess, less weighty than nickel metal hydride. So you can either put 1 battery or 2 batteries. It'll work just fine with 1 battery. You won't get as much life. But if you want a lighter mouse, you can do that. 20 million clicks here. And the USB device that's right over here can be stored right in the back there. There's G613. So they told me that they have a whole bunch of these running, like they got a LAN party going on over here with Overwatch and PUBG and stuff. And with all of them going at the same time, no crosstalk, no interference, everything's working fine. So their wireless technology is kind of ridiculous. So that's the mouse. One other thing I want to note here, this little button here, that switches between Bluetooth and their lightspeed technology, and they can also do that over here on the keyboard. So let's take a look at the keyboard really quick. New sleek keyboard, actually really sleek, nice minimal footprint. They got the Roamer G switches. You notice it's not backlit, and that's because they are going for a long battery life. So this should last around 18 months without having to worry about changing your batteries out, AA in the back. So we got your, basically turn your Windows key on and off with the game mode. But right here, same little thing we showed you on the back of the mouse. We have, your lightspeed and then also your Bluetooth. And why would there be a toggle back and forth? Well, you got a lightspeed, you're controlling your gaming computer or whatever. Let's say you have either a streaming rig, or you can even, pop your phone out and put your phone, like back here. And then if you're using your chat, you got your chat application up here, maybe your Twitch chat, Discord, whatever, you can hit Bluetooth, type in the chat, and then hit back to the lightspeed button, and now you're back in your game. So that's the benefit of having the toggle right here on top. That's pretty cool. You got your media keys over here, and then last but not least, they've given us the standard G keys that you guys have come to expect from the Logitech stuff. Now the real word here is really accurate, but also battery life longevity is going to be ridiculous with these products. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. The new stuff from the Logitech G series.